All right, here we are. Thanks for your patience. Just trying to get the game reloaded there. It wasn't really working too well for me, so let me know if the music's a bit too loud. I can always turn that down. But yeah, here we are in Cities 2. It's been a while. Yeah, I was looking forward to diving more into this city. And oh, sorry to hear you got a bad cold, Chris. That's always a bit brutal. No one ever likes to get sick. As I was mentioning, recovering from illness myself. So yeah, today I had some pretty good plans for a recycling center that we're gonna kind of put up probably over here in the hills. And but before we do that, I want to move over to this area here in the map. So we're actually going to unlock some tiles today. I'm just going to pause the game for a brief moment. Thank you, game, for zooming out. So I want to buy this tile here, and the reason for that is there's actually some pretty good wind speed in this area, and we do have the new small wind turbines and regular wind turbines, but we have been importing power, and that is starting to cost our city quite a bit. It's 81,000 just to import the power, so that's not really doing much good for our bank balance. Yeah, so if we can get power exported instead, so I think we can probably place probably 2 wind turbines, and then again here we've kind of got right around 6 megawatts of power kind of in wind direction here. So although you slept today, you're tired again. Yeah. I slept a lot when I was feeling unwell there, so I can definitely relate to that. So I'm going to try and make sure we can get both of these in here right around 6 megawatts, just like that. And yeah, we will get these hooked up here, and then oh, I want to be underground for that. So we'll get that one hooked into there, and then just into this cable here, and that power should flow right through into our city. And then we do have our little transformer down here from the Netherlands pack, and yeah, that should hopefully export some power as well. So woke up with a cramp. Oh, that's the worst. So I'll take it off pause there. So we spent a little bit of money. I'm just going to ignore these noise pollution symbols. Every time there's an update or something with the no pollution mod, we tend to have some noise issues. So I could probably just go into my mod settings here real quick, and we can just go ahead and noise pollution reset, and that should hopefully fix that up. But yeah, if we just kind of look at our budget here for a second and kind of let this speed up as the power, yeah, we should start exporting here shortly. So that should give us some money that'll actually start coming into the city, which is ideal. So we're making 12, and yeah, as you can see, the service trade is now 0. And if we come into our services, electricity is actually making us $4,000 at this moment. So with the exports, yeah, it's definitely gonna at least reverse some of our negative budget trend there. So we'll have some money to work with today. We could even, you know, spend money to make money here a little bit. We can come into the upgrades, and the solar assist is 25. Actually, the advanced rotor system is cheaper, and it looks like it's going to put out a little bit more power. So we'll put the advanced rotor system on each one as well. So we'll spend a little bit more money, but then that should hopefully create a lot of power for us to export there. Now, this area, I was actually going to build a bit of a green industrial park, but like I mentioned in Discord a while ago, the service blocks were not currently working with the current version of the game, and I haven't investigated since then if those have started to work. So that'll be something we'll come back to a later date. So we'll actually get this area kind of cleaned up and looking a lot better than it is right now. But yeah, it looks like our budget is on its way up. So yeah, I think today, so the focus was going to be a little recycling center. And so what I wanted to take advantage of was the in the garbage collection, we have the garbage service block. I forget who the asset creator is. It might have been the same one who does the static ploppables, whose name I can't remember at the moment. I think if I select it, it probably tells me, but yeah, so we can kind of place this down anywhere, and it creates a little garbage service block, and then we have upgrades that we can kind of attach to it, and we can kind of make our own little custom recycling center. But I think we want to have a relatively flat area, so I think I'm gonna grab just a smaller height here, maybe right around there. We'll just kind of push the terrain back a tiny little bit, create ourselves a little bit of a flat spot, and then the nice thing is we can kind of really customize this you know, recycling center to our city, and you know, that way we're not spending too much money that we don't have to sort of take care of our city needs. But we will need garbage collection eventually, so that's kind of why I wanted to get into that today. So we have a nice little flat pad here. Also just go ahead and remove a bunch of the trees. So we'll grab our forest brush, we'll just turn the strength up here. We don't need a lot of these trees in here. This is all going to be industrial area in here, so we can probably wipe out most of these. And just have ourselves a nice clean palette. We'll also just take out some of these surfaces. Again, we won't be working with these fields in here. So yeah, we've got a nice little open spot for us to work with. So yeah, so I think what we'll do, in the static ploppables, there is service buildings. If we come into garbage management, we could technically place like the landfill building. Again, so we can do a lot of sort of like custom stuff with this. So if we kind of place this down, it's free to place. We also have the recycling center kind of extension here and recycling center here. So we can kind of place these buildings however we like. And then again, using some of the mods and stuff, we can customize a lot of it. So if we kind of just place that one down there, might have to do a little more terrain work here, but let's just take a quick look at the building for the most part, and then make sure there's no giant gaping holes that we're gonna have to fill or anything like that. But yeah, no, it looks good there. So, and I'm just trying to see, we've kind of got this big wall here. It would be nice to attach it somehow to this building, but there's a lot of different garage entrance and exits here, so I think for the most part we'll probably just leave it kind of as its own standalone building. So maybe just move this over here, get this moved a little bit like so, and then again we'll come back and I'll just double check that our terrain is nice and flat in most of the spots here. Right click there, if I click the right button, just again give ourselves lots of space to work with in this area here. So if we grab the garbage management, we'll get the block service, and then using anarchy we can basically kind of tuck it in anywhere. Probably put it somewhere we can kind of see it. I mean, if we put it there, it's going to be hard to sort of use at the moment, so I think what we'll probably do is we'll just kind of have it sitting out somewhere in the open for us to grab the upgrades, and then we'll be able to move it somewhere later when we're done, kind of like that. So if we come into the service block here, you can see you know, there's different upgrades that the modder has added to here. So you know, we'll definitely have to wait a little bit. You know, we'll be able to add workplaces at some point as well. So this won't have any employees, but yeah, there's some stuff here that's kind of locked, but we can probably work around it a little bit. But we're going to grab, first of all, the garbage truck here. StarQ was the modder, in case anyone was wondering. And I think this would actually be a good place right about here for kind of like little parking area for all our service vehicles. So I think if we kind of have this maybe right about here, and we'll just kind of place that down there as the game kind of lags a little bit. And then again there as well. And I think we'll probably start with just two. And then we'll need a garbage dump. So this will be somewhere that the trucks will have to come. So we'll probably have that kind of go in there. And then I think we could probably also put another one kind of near, is there any garage doors back, kind of back here? Again, we can probably put a couple garbage dumps, and then we'll just kind of again move those into the building a little bit later. And then we'll kind of need to add like some employee parking and all that kind of stuff. I think what I'll probably do is just put down a quick concrete surface just so we have it. And let's see, I think if we go concrete stripped, that might be a nice one to begin with. So we'll see what this kind of looks like. And again, I'm just gonna throw something down real quick and dirty, and then we can always fix up the surface a little bit later, but at least this whole area will be covered here, so try and keep it a little nice. But again, we can kind of make the adjustments that we need a little bit later on. So get that in like so. Oh, that is really bright. Maybe we'll go ahead and see. Oh, I don't have area bucket installed. That's annoying. So unfortunately I can't just replace the surface. Okay, so let's go ahead and delete that one because that one just about blinded me. I think the very dark is probably going to be a little bit of a better option there. Yeah, so anyways, so we'll be having this series still run live. I know I mentioned kind of in the Discord that we were going to talk about, yeah, it's a lot better. We'll put down some, decals and stuff later. Yeah, we talked a lot about sort of a new series coming soon. It's something I still really want to get going. Keeping this one, live, I think is probably for the best since I started it live. It's just a little bit easier, I think, to kind of keep it going that way. I'm just going to think about road access here. Let's go ahead and just bring this out to here. I'm going to go ahead and just turn my snapping off for now. Get that just connected into the road and see how that kind of goes. And then can I get road access here? It's something I want to do something quite a bit different than what I've done in the past. So I have some ideas that I am kind of toying with at the moment. Let's see if these will connect into there. Will that make these trucks come alive, hopefully. Yeah, I'd like to do kind of like a little bit of storytelling. I don't want to really rip off City Planner Plays, of course, but I think these need to be connected. Maybe that's what it is. So yeah, I kind of wanted to do something a little bit of a slightly different idea than what he has been doing. Like, I won't be creating characters or anything like that. Just kind of want to like give each build a bit of its own kind of story. And a city obviously is a kind of living, breathing, sort of functioning thing. So I thought it would be kind of fun to, yeah, just kind of have a bit of a story to our city as it grows and develops. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hopefully we'll be launching. I'm kind of just waiting to see if Iceflake plans on doing any more or if there's going to be any updates kind of soon. So we'll kind of see yeah, how that is going. These are just not seeming to want to work, so I'm just going to move these forward a little bit. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see if there's any updates coming to the game sooner rather than later, just because yeah, I would like to know. Oop, no, I don't want to. I just want to move just this. That's not working very well. Yeah, and so we kind of see what kind of happens there. Let's see if maybe I connect that there as well. This is saying lack of labor, cannot find enough employees. Well, it wasn't really connected to anything, so hopefully that'll sort itself out. And hopefully this service block is going to work. I did, come in and test. The garbage trucks did go somewhere, so I'm just curious if I put this right on the road, is it gonna go out? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it needs some sort of road connection to function. So I don't know if my invisible pathways are doing what I need it to do, but let's see. We can always use roads instead. But yeah, so anyways, it'll be a new series. We'll probably keep this one going just as a live stream kind of deal. And then yeah, so I think the idea would be that we'd have a build, and you know, we'd kind of come in and you know, kind of tell a little bit of a story, probably showcase some sort of build. I think I kind of want to do a bit of like a rundown city that's kind of being revived, and yeah, I think that would be something that's, you know, kind of fun, kind of interesting. I don't think anyone has done it before. Nomus, hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. We're currently fumbling our way through these custom service blocks, and we're seeing if if what I'm doing is going to work or not. But anyways, I wonder if we just maybe take a road in here, see if that works. Hopefully. I was kind of hoping this would work a little bit better. Yeah, it's not really liking that if I do anarchy though. Let's kind of line that up there. We'll see if that service vehicle can get back. Let's grab an alley and just see if we can kind of maybe get this to work a tiny bit better. And then where is the pathing? Let's take that one out. Let's see if it'll somewhat connect to this road somehow. I guess we'll use anarchy there. That's connected. Let's just see where the see if I can just follow the garbage truck and see if it can come back real quick. Is it a new city right now? No, this is one we were working on the live stream back in the winter before my cat got sick and all that kind of stuff kind of went down. And then yeah, I'm hoping to launch a new series. Again, I was just kind of mentioning waiting to see if Ice Lake is doing any updates anytime soon before I dive too deep, just because with modding obviously things will break. So yeah, I'm just kind of waiting to see if they have anything that they're planning to do here sooner rather than later. But let's grab some coffee. Now let's see if this garbage truck will actually go back to its parking spot, or if it's gonna get all confused. Oh no, it's connected. So it's definitely following the path that we set out, which is good. And it's gonna come back here, try and park. Let's see. It came back, but it hasn't really dropped its... Okay, I guess the garbage is just gonna teleport out or something. Alright, so we know that's somewhat functional. Looks like another one is gonna head out and do some collecting. Looks like the the road here is a little weird, but okay, so that's working, so that's functional. Good start. Yeah, let's just keep saying that it can't get enough workers, but I don't know. Well, stop moving. That's annoying. Okay. Well, let's kind of work on some of the other details, and then we'll kind of see later if we can fix some of these other issues. We're gonna need some parking. So I think, you know, kind of, I was looking at this recycling center, you know, right in the front, there's kind of, it looks like a bit of a office building almost. So that's probably where maybe some of the workers can come in. So we'll go ahead and try and get some parking in here as well. Let's see if we can have that be fairly straight. Maybe we'll do a 52 meter, and then we'll just kind of grab this path here, work our way down and do another one. Most normal driving you've seen from the game. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I'm really, I don't know, I feel like on one hand I've been beating a dead horse, being like, I hope the game gets better. And obviously having the, dropping Colossal Order and switching to Ice Flake, that's some pretty big moves on Paradox's part. You just look at, what games make Paradox a lot of money, and City Skylines is one of them. So I'm sure there's a little bit of incentive for them to sort of, get their shit together on this. So I don't know if I can say that on live stream without getting in trouble, but anyways, would you just please... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was trying to slide these up. Get these a little bit closer, just so we have a bit of a parking lot. And then slide this one up as well. What else have you been up to lately, Nomus? How are things over in Norway? I have been rather distracted lately with all the fun things that have been occurring in North America, without going into too heavily of details. So we'll kind of... Anyways, yeah. Fun times happening over here, but let's get this hooked into there as well. So we're gonna have a lot of custom pathing, so we'll kind of have to see how well this this plays out. But at least we'll have parking. I think we'll probably just have a few other sort of roads that go in and out of the facility like that for now. Again, this is kind of really something I maybe should have built in the editor and then just plopped, but you have your studies. What are you studying right now? I should probably try and make this this a little bit better. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if we had maybe like a little... Is there like a dumpster prop anywhere? I don't really want to like... fishing basket. I know we have some sort of dumpster somewhere that I just don't remember where it is. You've been playing Subway Builder since the weekend and still do CS1. Nice. I was looking at Subway Builder. It looks really, really interesting. There's a trash container. That's kind of small. They're a bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, and we don't have proper anarchy, unfortunately, so... Welcome, Making It Up As You Go vlogs. It's a long name, but thanks for being here today. Yeah, I was just hoping... a UK wheelie bin. I don't know, I have to do my best British accent for that one. Wheelie bin. Yeah, I thought there was a bigger dumpster. There's trash piles. We could probably do some trash piles. Oh, of course, this like just... What if I can just use manipulation mode to kind of fix this? There we go. That was gonna bother me. Not being lined up. That would have been a pain in the butt. Okay, so yeah, let's work on just maybe fixing this up a tiny little bit. So if we go into out of move it and the garbage truck, let's relocate. I just want to turn these around. I think that'll probably help things a little bit better. Okay, and maybe put that there instead. That's not really what I wanted. Try that one again. Yeah, so we'll turn this one around this way. like right about there, and then we'll try and flip the other one as well. Have those here, and then we can kind of keep this as our garbage truck kind of parking area, and then when we want to add more trucks, we can, you know, do that here, which is nice. Again, kind of using some of the customization here. Invisible car path. So I just wonder, kind of making it two-way would be better. Gonna run this way, and then connect those up. Yeah, oh, that didn't really go in very well, did it? Okay, let's try that again. Subway Builder is getting close to 1.0, so probably wait to jump in. You can wait, so you just did early access. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, sometimes, yeah, it's good to wait games when they're early access. I don't know. I pre-ordered a lot of like Switch games lately because I was a little more comfortable than you know, my experience with, you know, pre-ordering City Skylines tainted my pre-order experience a little bit, but you know, I'm trying not to let it get me down too bad. And we'll connect that like that, and then we'll just have this come straight out and be connected there. There we go. Still do very wonky things, but can I delete these sub elements? Apparently not. That's okay. I have the Switch 2, Chris. Some of the games, though, technically were released on Switch 1. They just are compatible with Switch 2, but in terms of like games, I play like mostly Nintendo and then like Japanese RPG games. So some of them, like, it's nice because you can download like the demo. You can play the demo, and if the demo's good, then you know you can keep going. So the best purchase lately was Kirby Air Riders. That one's been a lot of fun. It's like wild. I don't know if you've seen or if you guys are into Nintendo at all, but yeah, it's definitely it's pretty great. I'll say the least. Now I'm forgetting where my now we got net lane surfaces decals. There we go. We need to kind of dirty this up a little bit. Yeah, just got a new PC. Yeah, I picked up like a ton of overtime when the announcement for the Switch 2 came out, so that I could so that I could pick up the Switch 2 right away when it came out. And I mean, that whole pre-ordering thing was a bit of a disaster on its own, but just because yeah, you never really knew if you got the game or not, and then you kind of, or the console, and then I ended up with like double pre-orders because I pre-ordered from two different businesses and I got both. So anyways, okay, I just wonder about like, I don't know, this is very like clean. I don't know about using like a dirt or maybe like a gravel road. Maybe do I have a net lane that could go? I'll use like the gravel road one. So I'm just wondering about grunging this up a little bit, you know, up to maybe up into here. I don't want it to look too nice. I thought about getting the Steam Deck, but then I realized most of the games that I play on Steam don't, I don't think it would be very fun to play on the Steam Deck. Like, I don't know, I play a lot of like Timberborn, City Skylines 1 and 2, those kinds of stuff. So I was like, I don't think this is really gonna work out how I would want it. So I just have these like Chris has a Switch, 3DS, and a Steam Deck. I was also looking at the Steam console, but then the problem I'm starting to run into is kind of a similar thing where it's like, okay, I've got the gaming PC, gaming laptop, Switch 2, Xbox, and a PlayStation, and like my partner also has, you know, similar. So it's like we've got a lot of consoles. I wish I had some better decals. I thought I had more than what I am currently getting, but City Skylines on Steam Deck is a fire hazard. Yeah, that's probably very true. There's also like a City Skylines like Nintendo Switch edition, but I was like, I don't know. I liked it on Xbox, to be honest. Like, I played a lot of Cities 1 on console, so I'm pretty biased when it comes to that. I think it was pretty fun, but let's just put this fence mode and see if I can kind of get this to rotate how I want. I just want to put these in a little faster than I currently am. Really not working out though. That's fine. Just manually place them, I guess. I'm sure all of you signed up to watch me painstakingly just place down stain decals one by one. Oh yeah, I remember Cities VR. Yeah, it looked interesting, but I think, yeah, again, for like optimization, they had to remove a lot of gameplay and feature, and I think it's just like a base game, like there's no DLCs or anything like that available, so I think it would have been, you know, kind of a little bit limiting in what you could you could do, but anyways, try and make this area look a little dirty. Put that there. Yeah, I didn't actually own any Nintendo consoles until I bought the Switch 2. I played a lot of like GameCube as a kid, but couldn't really ever afford to get a console until I bought my first Xbox, but I was already out of university at that point, so I was poor for a very long time, thanks to my career choice and what I wanted to get into for work. But anyways, it's fine. It works now. Can I just get like the driving lines to kind of show up on this as well? Are these gonna show up at all? Is the real question. Can we even see that? I don't think it went on top of that that surface. Net lanes, I think it is. There we go. Yeah, I don't think Nomus and Vanilla City Skylines really goes together. How about this? Does this show up? There we go. Okay, let's use that. Looks a little, you know, gravel, grungy. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have liked it on a console then, because it's very vanilla. There's not a whole lot you can really... They tried to do paradox mods on console, on like Xbox, and obviously it never really worked out because of the Steam Workshop, which sometimes I wonder if that was the main driver for why they decided to do paradox mods with City Skylines 2, which, I mean, again, if you're trying to be nice to the console community, then, you know, obviously that's a nice bonus, but I don't know. Who knows what's happening with a lot of that stuff these days. I don't know how I'm feeling about this gravel surface, but Definitely makes it look dirty. You never had a Nintendo personally, but your friend had a 64. Nice. And then you had a Wii. Yeah, the GameCube was fun. It was my friend in elementary, high school. Played a lot with him when we would hang out, so... I think we need some sort of fence as well around this parking. Definitely something industrial. This is probably going to be my best option. Have this kind of run. I just want angle, I think, for now. Just up to there, I think will do. Making it up as you go says, couldn't afford much growing up. A handheld Game Pro for $19 in 1998. Yeah, I remember like buying a video game that was like, I think it was The Sims for PlayStation. And it was like $25, and I remember thinking that was a lot of money back then as well. Alright, well, that's a little grungy kind of looking. I think I just have to double check how our... Okay, so we have some stored and it's missing a bit of processing speed, so... don't need a hazardous waste facility, is there? Just a... I thought there was gonna be a... Maybe we'll have to have a... It does have some processing speed, but 8 kilograms per month is not really gonna be enough. Now some DLCs are close to that price, yeah. I know, right? I didn't actually end up buying supply chains or... Hey, Maddie. Yeah, I didn't buy supply chains or the other one. I don't know. For where we're at and what I'm currently building, it didn't really make sense, and I did not want to spend the money. They look okay, but I didn't think it was really worth my time yet, so I elected to not buy them. Which I think is the first time in a while that I've not bought a City Skylines DLC when it comes out, but I don't know. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on something that, yeah, just I don't think was really worth it yet. Maybe down the road, if the game ever, like I said, gets, you know, some important fixes done to it, but okay, so we have fencing, we have a bit of a crude parking lot. Yeah, I had the pre-order with the expansion pass, but that's about it. Honestly, normally with a lot of the other DLCs, I would kind of wait for them to come to instant gaming, and for some reason the City Skylines DLCs have made its way to instant gaming, so I don't know if that also says something about the game, if the places that normally have them for cheap don't even want to stock them, but let's take that right to the end there. And I'm going to extend this driving path, I think, up there as well, just so that they can kind of move around a little bit more. I'm just kind of wondering about this surface, if there's something just a little bit better that I could use. Like right now I have the very dark. How does this medium one look? It's a bit brighter. Oh, let's give it a shot, see what it looks like. And then we can always get it lined up a little bit nicer as well. to there. You know, I actually like that a little bit better. It's a bit brighter and looks a little less clean, so I'm gonna keep that one. What are our citizens upset about? High crime risk. Interesting. I thought we had a police station. Let's just take a quick look around the city, make sure that I'm not missing anything. Yeah, we do have police. How is this doing? There's only 3 patrol cars, so additional floor space, more. Let that extension, get some more cars going out there. That should hopefully bring up the happiness. High taxes, unreliable mail service, unreliable healthcare coverage. I don't know. They always be complaining in this game about stuff. So, oh wow, 45 minutes in, and I feel like I've barely done anything. Okay, so the service block is still saying it can't get employees, and I don't know why. And then whenever I try to use move it, now everything moves. And if I do relocate, apparently it wants to move everything at place, so that's kind of annoying. So I wonder if I could just hide this in a little building, put like a road up to it or something. If we go like this, okay, it's gonna overlapping with the surface. Okay, well, let's just do this. Let's see what we have for little buildings. Maybe if I could get like a static ploppable office and then just make it a little like office building kind of right here. That one's not too bad. Something a little US Southwest might be good for that. These again are little grunge looking buildings. Yeah, we just tuck that one there. And we'll see if... Okay, we are coming back. That was annoying. Alright, well, you know, we're here. Let's just try and keep going. And hopefully we don't lose the game again. So I was just about to put the surface down here. I was going to ask you guys what else you think we should have at our recycling center. You know, we definitely have some different options for what we can have here. We could have maybe like a little like junk drop-off location or something, I was thinking, in the back. If I wanted to kind of go in and make some changes there, but I'm just gonna try and finish this here real quick with this gravel, extend the gravel road in front of this as well, like so. There we go, so we got a little office space. Yeah, that was irritating, to be completely honest. I wish I could just delete the surface off these service vehicle parking, but I can, so anyways. Are these roads different? These are definitely different. Let's go this gravel road instead. Hold on, I just gotta delete these net lanes. Take that one off. And delete this without. Let's just delete the whole thing. There we go. Use gravel road 2, I think is what we had. Yeah. So yeah, we kept a little like drop off kind of out there in the back. I was thinking would be fun. And are these still different? I might just delete this one too, and then go gravel road 2, and then that way know they're all the same. Yeah, anyways, thanks for your patience on that one. Like I said, I'll try and see about editing these together to make a VOD, and yeah, that way that's not all weird and split up, but just get rid of that. Oh, you know what, there was this kind of going through any weird places? No, not really. I wonder if I could just move this, actually. Make it look like the building kind of is connected to both sides. So we got a door back here. And then that kind of looks like we've got dual access, kind of. I can move this. Maybe right about there. That looks good. Hello, Nemus. Oh god, yeah. What a disaster. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna fix this surface here a little bit. Just so that that ends up a little bit better. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Yeah, so now it looks like this office kind of overlaps and you can kind of get in. I covered the door again. Oops. Hold on. Where was that door? It was over here. We'll settle it for it being there. Just like that, so. And then we could, yeah. So we do have an option, yeah, there's like a little bit of this area here, maybe having some sort of, some junk piles or drop off, garbage area, recycling kind of thing. So if we go back into our, if we go into props, or excuse me, find it, and we'll just see if we have like a dumpster, like something like a bit bigger, garbage, maybe. Getting distracted by billboards. Road garbage, interesting. Cold truck garbage pile prop 1. Oh, this is interesting. I'm getting distracted. I have some of these props I haven't seen before. Actually, the garbage logo would be somewhat useful, I think. Maybe even on the walls here. You know, come bring your... Ooh, there's a neon one too. Ooh, fancy. Put that up there. Oh, that's bright. that is bright and in your face. Let's see if I can... Yeah, we don't want to use that. Just take that one instead. We'll put that right there. Anyways, before I get distracted again. Garbage, everything. Let's just see what we have. Garbage placeholder, random. Ooh. Prop trucks, incineration plant, pile of garbage. Ooh, that's big. We could have like a little bit of a garbage pile at the back, maybe. Just like a lower garbage pile. You know, maybe you come here to dump stuff and then they move it around from there. I don't know if I want to do like a giant, massive... Whoa, geez, nope, too much. Maybe just a little garbage pile like that. And then we could have some... What was I looking for? I know I was not looking for garbage piles. What is this prop in here called then that has... Oh, where did it go? Debris. Trash pile random. Intriguing. Stop park. Oh god, why did I lose it? In the commercial props? This is slightly annoying. Yeah, we could definitely have some junk piles. Machine net box. Okay, this is odd. I know I had them somewhere and now... Because I had selected them and now they have disappeared on me. That's annoying. Okay, what if I do trash? What does that come up as? Trash container. There we go. So we could have a couple full ones back here. A handful of these. And then again, we can have another sort of trash container. Just again, some options where you have to kind of come and place your trash. I'm just wondering too, like, what kind of gates do we have? Because in you know, at least here in Canada, if you have like almost like a booth, is there like a booth? You know, you kind of have to like weigh your, if we could use border control booth or parking lot booth, you kind of have to like weigh your car, and then they decide how much trash you have, and then they weigh you again on the way out, kind of thing. So we could have the booth, and then fence or gate or something. If we have, I don't know if we have any of those, like, if I can find that drawbridge kind of gate thing. And we can put that out as well. And there we go. Yeah, we can use the parking lot gate. And basically you stop and then they weigh your vehicle on both your entry and exit, and then they tell you how much you got to pay, kind of thing. So we could have kind of this here as well, for people to kind of come into the back. So yeah, we can have that there. And again, we're trash. Let's see what we also have for trash bags. I wonder how big these are. Just have some trash bags kind of hanging out. I just don't want it to snap to the surface of an object. We'll just have a couple of trash bags as well. And then, yeah, the trash pile random, if we kind of just place a couple of these around here as well, just so that we don't have just straight garbage piles, but areas where people kind of drop stuff off. So, and then we'll just see what we have for recycling as well. So usually the recycling is kind of, you can kind of come and drop that off for free sort of thing. So just see kind of what we have, if there's any recycling block prop. Nope. Textiles recycling department. What is this? That's interesting. I'm intrigued. Recycling block. What does this do? Oh, we have recycling. Okay. Clearly I tested a lot of this before. No, I didn't. Sorry. It'd be convenient to kind of have that back here. I wonder if I can just... Did I place anything else? That was the first question. I did. Okay, so I think those are garbage storage, so if I can just get this service block selected. There we go. Can't get out of that menu. So if we just go to this one, let's relocate that one out of there to here. And then I think I'll try and grab the other ones as well, and we'll put recycling back here instead. That way we have some processing capability as well. That recycling block was hiding on me, I didn't know where it was, so... yeah, I think this would be a good start to a... was there a garage door there? Not really, but... okay, we'll put that don't think it really matters, to be honest, because I think the garbage just teleports out of the trucks, but... so yeah, we'll grab a recycling block and we'll put that in this building there, and that at least adds some processing capability. I think we'll need a couple in there, it looks like. Yeah, so right now we're only up to 30. Is there any upgrades on these at all, or... No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, that's where the recycling block was. Haha. Okay, well I found it and find it, so anyways. Yeah, so we'll have to have a couple of those recycling blocks in there, I think, as well. If we go into, oops, our recycling, we can unlock recycling center, so that at least means we can officially use it. So we'll have a couple of these just around different spots. Looks like we're gonna need a couple more just to catch up on our recycling. And put one back here as well, and tuck in one more like that. And then I'm just going to take this and also put that into a building. But yeah, I think that's coming together pretty well so far. Just wonder if there's anything else I really want to add. Again, I think kind of grunging it up a little bit would be nice. If we could see about using some of the roadway markings again. Kind of have this. We connect here, we'll use parallel. Take that into, I think, about 0.5 works. Quarter? Yeah, a quarter. Just have that kind of follow this to there. And curious why it still says it doesn't have employees, but something we'll have to solve at a later date. Yeah, what else could we really do back here? Unfortunately, I just don't have a good... I thought I had a larger kind of like stain decal or decal. Let's just say, keep saying decal. Just to kind of grunge it up a little more, but even some of these don't even really pop up, do they? Road patches. Don't really need to do crack repairs. Yeah, it's something maybe I'll have to... Just wonder if we could put down... Oh, there we go, and there's some like riverbed, make this a little dirty, garbagey kind of look. If I take this up, does that bring it to the surface at all? That there? Make it look a little grosser. What is... Oh, this is promising. What is this? Ports pack dirt. I like dirt. So maybe we can put some dirt around in these areas as well. Just in there. Be along here as well. So this looks a little less square-like. And then we could probably have some different types of dirt decals just around here. Again, just to make it look a little less clean and neat. Seems that would be a garbage facility. Let's just see if we can kind of blend those in a bit better. And maybe put some stains on it as well. It's looking a little more dirty. Looks like our trucks are functioning, which is good. Oops. How's our overall garbage? Well, we're processing it at least, so that's good. We're gonna need some more storage eventually. city is creating quite a bit of garbage, so I'm just wondering, we come into our oh, I always forget where they hide this. There's like this city statistics maybe, and then policies, economy, the name. This is what's annoying about this game. Sometimes this stuff is hidden away and I don't know where it is. Taxation, services, production. I have to look at that at some other point. Underground, city statistics. Must be able to do the policies for the whole city somewhere, and milestones, achievements. Nope, well, I don't remember where it is, so. What else again? We could put down just a little bit more dirt kind of stuff. This one kind of looks not too bad. Again, we'll just have a little bit of dirt there. And then I think this side is looking a little too clean as well. I just want to see if I can move this fence over and just kind of tuck it up nice and close to the parking. Maybe right about here. Go. Alright, and then we'll take that little bit out. Yeah, looks a little bit better. Can we also get just a little road pathway going through there as well, I think? If we maybe just use the two-way invisible car path. Is there the one with the pedestrian? Yeah, okay, so let me just take out that one, and then we'll go up to there, and then I'll take out the pedestrian path and then just go with the road down this way. Yeah, put that there. Take that off. Should mostly work. Okay, so yeah, we'll grab a couple more dirt decals back here. Put some really kind of thick dirt down. Whatever fits. And back here as well. There we go. It's quite dirty, grungy. I don't know. You guys let me know if you think that's too much. I can always try and tone it down a little bit, but it would be a very kind of gross, dirty facility, I think, for the most part. So, yeah, so I think that is kind of good for a little custom facility. Let's just again check how's our terraforming. Pretty good. Could probably just soften it around here a little bit. And We got some other city demands that we could probably take care of real quick just for the last little half an hour or so. I think we could probably put in some industrial buildings in this area, kind of keeping up with our little grunge feeling around here. So let's grab this alley and we'll pull that out. And let's bring that out to about there, and we'll have that run just right around there. We won't do too much industrial just because I do have plans to do that still custom industrial park at some point, so we'll just sort of see what we can grab for buildings that we can just kind of plop for the most part. I just wonder, do we have any industrial signature? No, not even close. Alright, so let's see what we have for some manufacturing. If we kind of just place anarchy is off. Oh, that's not gonna like that. Okay, well, place with anarchy on, I guess. We'll skip a couple of spots there and there, and then maybe we'll go into some office and I'll commit some sins and zone a little bit of that in. Let's go with USA Northeast. Nope, Southwest, I guess it is. We'll have just a couple. Didn't really want it to zone in like that, but maybe I will have to plop it after all. Space it out just a tiny bit. And then I'll plop an office here in the middle. Hate it when Find It does this. And I guess I will scroll until I find what I'm looking for. Where's my filters over here? That's probably where it is. Northeast. It's a bit tall. What did I say? Southwest? There we go. 3x2, 4x3. Maybe that would work. What does that look like? It's very palmy. I don't know, maybe not. Take that one out. See what else we have. Industrial seems to be our bigger demand. Put a nice manufacturing building in there, and then we'll just kind of slide that over. And then I think what I want to do is we'll take out all the surfaces. You like the dirty look? Well, okay, that's good. I wasn't really sure if I was going overkill or not, but I'm gonna really take off a lot of that can stay. Take off some of the fences. Try and make this look like a little bit of a complex on its own. And I will grab this concrete surface and we'll kind of have a little continuity with the garbage facility as well, I think. Let's take that up to about there. And then this road not straight or something. There we go. Okay, so we'll have that there, and then we'll just grab the fence. Let's see if I can kind of get it to snap into this here. Of course, the color is different. I think I can change that though. We'll see. I guess I need to take that fence down to there and then up to here, like so. And then we could probably, again, dirt this up a little bit. And I may be even thinking that we will, where's the, oh, I lost that surface again. Picker, concrete, we'll fill this in as well. just to kind of blend that in a little bit better. Like so. And then I think same thing down here. We'll just have this go over like so. And then again, we'll grab a little bit of the dirt and grunge. Let's just grab this one here. There is a little slope, so these might not show up quite as nice, but have a little bit of some dirt. The office, you know, is a little cleaner, but ooh, I like this. That's actually looking pretty good there too. And then I think we'll go back to our net lanes. And we'll grab a road 2. And we'll just hook that in all the way down to here as well. Just like that. And yeah, I've got some offices coming in. I think a little park area actually wouldn't be too bad. We should have some small parks unlocked. We could probably get some of these pocket parks in here, so we'll add that one there. And then maybe the urban one as well, and we'll just use a little move it to get these into place. And that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna take this surface off, and then we'll just readjust this one a little bit. Cover this. Yeah, I really got to dive more into the Paradox mods, see what everyone has in there. Again, I've been kind of away from the game a little bit, and I was really sick there for a lot longer than I really wanted to be. So it's kind of put me behind on what I've been working on, but that's okay. This is kind of the slow season for YouTube anyway, so it kind of gives me a chance to catch up. But there we go, a little park area as well, just so it's not totally grungy for everyone. And yeah, I think the offices look okay. I might just move this one over a tiny bit so the spacing's a little more uniform. I think that that looks good there. Yeah. We do have some good office demand as well. Just seeing what else is bothering the citizens. High taxes and unreliable. We're making decent money, so let's just take a look at our taxation. We'll take the residential down a tiny bit. Industrial I'm gonna leave up high. And maybe we'll just kind of take the office up a tiny bit just to play with the demands a little bit. But yeah, I think this is a good start to a complex. We can definitely fill in this whole area at some point with some industrial and office, and I'd like to get more into some of the other signature buildings. I know that I have, I did grab one off the workshop. I think it was the supermarket. I don't know where it's at. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's quite a big asset though, and I don't really want to dump a supermarket in the middle of an industrial area, and it really doesn't go in this area down here, so but yeah, I think that's a pretty good start to the recycling center. I don't want to just make stuff up as I go here to try and drag out the stream, but we could put just a tiny bit of commercial in here too. I just want to pick the building, I think, though, so let's just see what we have here. This is a signature building. Apothecary 2. It's a leisure venue. Something to be said about, you know, having commercial in the grunge of industrial, though. It's actually a pretty nice asset, so I'm actually pretty game to use it, to be honest. So maybe we'll have that there. And see what we have for something that's just too wide. Anything that goes a bit deeper. I mean, EU just 2x4. Again, just a little something for the people who work in this area to have. Maybe I'll just, can I take this up to that height without doing anything too weird? No, doesn't look like it. And I can also just raise this up a tiny bit. Yeah, I think I actually like how that's going, you know? I've kind of seen... that's what she said. Oh no, what did I say that she said? I don't remember. Yeah, it's a little grunge right there, so I'm just wondering if I maybe just take... the net lane there. So we'll have that just be some pavement still. And yeah, I kind of like the little mix of some grungy industrial area, but also a little bit of a, you know, place to hang out and that kind of stuff. I think our recycling center is looking pretty good. People are probably coming here to park just to go to the other businesses. That's okay, it makes the recycling center look alive. I still don't know why this cannot find employees, so it's kind of killing our efficiency, which is a bit annoying, so I'll have to look into that one. Workplaces, yeah, there's a lot of progression nodes to get. I wonder if I can just find that and find it though. I'm just curious why it's not really working. Workplaces. This looks like it's for... So I can just add more employees, but for some reason they can't come into the building, which is a bit odd, but I might have to look into that one with the mod maker or something, but anyways, it makes our facility look busy, so something about getting deeper. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, okay. Well, probably because I've also had some tech problems, I think maybe that will be where we'll leave it. And like I said earlier, I'll try and grab a VOD or grab the VODs from both streams, and I'll put them together and edit it down a little bit. But if you guys have any feedback or other things you think we should include in the recycling center, do feel free to let me know. And thanks for joining me for today's stream. It's good to get back into streaming and chatting with you all, and hopefully there'll be some more streams coming up soon, I think, probably in the next week or so. And then I'll be away on some holidays in March, so it'll be a little bit of a gap there, but yeah, hopefully the new series, I'll be able to get that together soon, and hopefully you guys will like what we're working on there as well. So until then, I think, yeah, just take care, everyone, and appreciate you again for putting up with our tech problems, and yeah, we'll catch you again real soon. So bye-bye.